From last-second goals to incredible saves, football has the most unforgettable moments in sports history that leave fans speechless. We're counting down the 20 craziest moments that will make you wonder, did that really just happen? At number 20, we have Zinedine Zidane's Headbutt, 2006 World Cup Final. In the 2006 World Cup Final, France's Zinedine Zidane was sent off for headbutting Italy's Marco Materazzi in the chest. The 2006 World Cup Final will always be remembered for one moment: Zinedine Zidane's headbutt. In the dying minutes of extra time, with the score tied at 1-1, Zidane, one of the greatest players of his generation, lost his cool and headbutted Marco Materazzi, an Italian defender. The incident was shocking to everyone watching, and it remains one of the most controversial moments in football history. Many speculated what Materazzi might have said to provoke Zidane, but the Frenchman's response was unexpected and unacceptable. At 19, Luis Suarez bites Giorgio Chiellini, the 2014 World Cup. The 2014 World Cup will always be remembered for one of the most bizarre and controversial moments in football history: Luis Suarez's bite on Giorgio Chiellini. In a crucial group stage match between Uruguay and Italy, Suarez appeared to sink his teeth into Chiellini's shoulder in a moment of madness. The incident was caught on camera and quickly went viral, causing outrage across the football world. Fans, pundits, and players alike were stunned by Suarez's actions, with many calling for him to be banned from the tournament and even from football altogether. Suarez was eventually handed a 4-month ban from all football-related activities and forced to miss Uruguay's next 9 competitive matches. The incident was the 3rd time that Suarez had been caught biting an opponent, and it earned him the reputation as one of the game's most controversial figures. At 18, we have Maradonas' Hand of God goal, 1986 World Cup. The 1986 World Cup is famous for many things, but one moment stands out above all the rest: Maradonas' Hand of God goal. In a quarter-final match against England, the diminutive Argentine forward punched the ball into the net with his left hand, fooling the referee and sending the crowd into a frenzy. The goal was controversial to say the least, but it's hard not to appreciate the sheer audacity of Maradona's actions. In a game where every player is looking for an advantage, Maradona took matters into his own hands, literally, and did what he had to do to score. Of course, Maradona's second goal in that match was a beautiful, breathtaking run that saw him glide past 5 England defenders before sliding the ball into the net. But the Hand of God goal has gone down in history as one of the most iconic moments in World Cup history. At number 17, we have Zlatan Ibrahimovic's bicycle kick, Sweden versus England. In November 2012, Sweden and England faced off in a friendly match that will forever be remembered for one moment of sheer brilliance: Zlatan Ibrahimovic's bicycle kick. With Sweden trailing 2-1 and time running out, Ibrahimovic rose to the occasion in the most spectacular fashion imaginable. The ball was floated into the England penalty area, facing away from the goal. Ibrahimovic launched himself into the air and executed a perfectly timed bicycle kick that left the England goalkeeper with no chance. At number 16, we have Frank Lampard's disallowed goal, England versus Germany. In the 2010 World Cup, England's Frank Lampard scored a goal against Germany that was disallowed despite clearly crossing the goal line. The incident led to calls for goal line technology to be introduced in football. At number 15, we have Eric Cantona's Kung Fu kick, Crystal Palace versus Manchester United. In 1995, Manchester United's Eric Cantona was sent off for kicking a Crystal Palace fan, taunting him from the stands. The incident led to a 9-month ban for Cantona and a £20,000 fine. It seems like a big deal, but football players are used to such fines. But it was shocking to see the behavior. But here at number 14, we have Andres Escobar's own goal, 1994 World Cup. The 1994 World Cup in the United States was supposed to celebrate the beautiful game, a chance for fans worldwide to come together and revel in the glory of the world's most popular sport. But for one Colombian defender, the tournament would end in tragedy. Andres Escobar was a talented and respected player known for his defensive prowess and leadership. He had helped Colombia qualify for the World Cup for the first time in 28 years and was widely seen as a key player in the team's chances of success. But things took a turn for the worse in a match against the United States. With the score tied at 1-1, Escobar inadvertently scored an own goal, putting the ball into his own net and giving the Americans a 2-1 lead. The goal was a devastating blow to Escobar and his team and would have far-reaching consequences. Colombia lost the match and was eliminated from the tournament without winning a single game. And back home, Escobar was vilified by fans and the media, who blamed him for the team's failure and accused him of betraying his country. Tragically, the backlash against Escobar would be more than just words. A few days after the own goal, April, Escobar was shot dead outside a bar in his hometown of Medellin, in what is believed to have been a revenge killing by drug lords who had lost money betting on the match. The death of Andres Escobar was a shocking and senseless tragedy, and it remains one of the darkest moments in World Cup history. But his legacy lives on as a reminder of the human cost of sports and the importance of compassion and understanding in the face of defeat. At number 13, we have Ronaldo's hat-trick versus Sweden. In 2013, Portugal fought Sweden in a World Cup playoff match, and it was the Cristiano Ronaldo show. The Real Madrid star scored a stunning hat-trick to single-handedly send Portugal to the tournament. His third goal, a dipping free kick from 30 yards out, was one of the best goals of his career. And then at number 12, Liverpool's miracle in Istanbul. Moving on to another unforgettable moment, we have Liverpool's miraculous comeback in the 2005 Champions League final. Liverpool was dead and buried when trailing 3-0 to AC Milan at halftime. However, an incredible second-half performance saw them score 3 goals to take the game to extra time and eventually win on penalties. It was a moment that will forever be etched in Liverpool folklore. At number 11, we have Agüero's title-winning goal. Next up, we have one of the most dramatic finishes to a Premier League season in history. In 2012, Manchester City needed to beat QPR on the season's final day to win the title. QPR took a shock lead in the 66th minute, and it looked like City's dreams were over. However, in stoppage time, Edin Dzeko scored to make it 2-2 before Sergio Agüero scored a stunning winner to clinch the title for City. At number 10, we have the Maracanazo. The Maracanazo is one of the most famous moments in football history, and it refers to the 1950 World Cup final between Brazil and Uruguay. The game was held at the Maracana Stadium in Rio de Janeiro, and Brazil was the heavy favorite to win. However, Uruguay managed to pull off an incredible upset, winning the game 2-1. The defeat was devastating for Brazil, and it profoundly impacted the country's psyche. The Maracanazo remains one of the greatest moments in football history, and a reminder that anything can happen in this beautiful game. And now at number 9, we have Leicester's title win. Moving on to one of the greatest underdog stories in football history, we have Leicester City's incredible title win in the 2015-2016 season. The Foxes were 5,000 to 1 outsiders to win the Premier League, but they defied the odds to secure one of the most unlikely titles in sporting history. Led by Jamie Vardy and Riyad Mahrez, Leicester City's triumph will be remembered for years. And then at number 8, we have Barcelona's remontada. In 2017, Barcelona faced PSG in the Champions League round of 16. Trailing 4-0 in the first leg, the odds were against them. But Barcelona pulled off one of the greatest comebacks in football history. They won the second leg 6-1, with Neymar scoring 2 goals and setting up another 2. It was a moment of sheer brilliance from the Brazilian and a game going down in history. And now we are at number 7 at Zlatan's bicycle kick. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is known for his acrobatic goals, but one stands out above the rest. In 2012, a friendly match between Sweden and England, Ibrahimovic scored a stunning bicycle kick from 30 yards out. It was a moment of pure class from the Swedish superstar and a goal that will be remembered for years. We're finally reaching the end, and now we're at number 6. Ronaldinho's free kick versus England. Ronaldinho was one of the most talented players of his generation, and this free kick against England in the 2002 World Cup is a testament to his skill. From 40 yards out, Ronaldinho chipped the ball over England goalkeeper David Seaman to score one of the most memorable goals in World Cup history. It was a moment of pure magic from the Brazilian and a goal that will never be forgotten. This one at number 5, Liverpool's You'll Never Walk Alone. Liverpool's anthem, You'll Never Walk Alone, is one of the most iconic songs in football, and it has been sung by fans worldwide. Liverpool first adopted the song in the 1960s, and it has become a symbol of the club's never say die attitude. Whether winning or losing, Liverpool fans always sing the song with passion and pride. If you're a fan, you should know this by heart. At number 4, we have Gareth Bale's bicycle kick versus Liverpool. In the 2018 Champions League final between Real Madrid and Liverpool, Gareth Bale scored one of the greatest goals in the competition's history. With the score tied at 1-1, Bale produced a stunning bicycle kick to put Real Madrid ahead. It was a moment of pure brilliance from the Welshman and a goal that will be remembered for years. And at number 3, we have the Istanbul Miracle. In the 2005 Champions League final, Liverpool faced off against AC Milan in what would become known as the Istanbul Miracle. After conceding 3 goals in the first half, Liverpool managed to mount an incredible comeback in the second half, scoring 3 goals in just 6 minutes to level the scores. The game eventually went to penalties, with Liverpool emerging as the winner. It was an incredible display of determination and resilience from Liverpool, and a game that will go down in football history. Getting there at number 2, we have the Battle of Santiago. In the 1962 World Cup match between Chile and Italy, the two sides engaged in one of the most violent games in football history. The match, known as the Battle of Santiago, saw players exchanging punches and kicks throughout the game. The referee struggled to control the players, and the match eventually ended with Chile emerging as a 2-0 winner. It was a game that shocked the football world and one that will never be forgotten. And finally, at number 1, the miracle of Bern. In the 1954 World Cup final, West Germany faced Hungary in what would become known as the miracle of Bern. Hungary was the favorite to win, having scored 27 goals in their previous 4 games. However, West Germany managed to pull off an incredible upset, winning the game 3-2. It was a moment of pure joy for the German fans, and a game that will go down in football history as one of the greatest upsets ever. And that is all from today's video. We hope that you had fun, and let us know in the comments down below what you think of the video. See you soon. Click this video right here.